out there that's trying to get that money. Don't get it wrong. Money ain't bad. Money is a defense. But if that money's gonna be your God, hey, you know, Most High has no dealing with you. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai has no dealings with you. All right, you know, I'm gonna say it again. It's nothing wrong with getting money, but hey, if money's your God, all right, man is your God. Lord ain't dealing with you, man. Okay. This is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach. You hear that? For a reproach. We're talked down upon and a curse and to be subject to payments. You know? So that's why you see, you got your light bill, your rent, car bill. Hey, these are curses, man. These are curses upon our people for falling away from our power. You go back to when the Native Americans were ruling this land. Yeah, it's going. When they were ruling this land, you didn't have to worry about light payment, car payment. Each man had their own household, their wives, their children, and they just lived off the land freely. But now, you have the so-called white man thinking that he can do better than that, man. Hey, this is why I'm looking forward to new heavens and new earth where dwells in righteousness, man. Where our people know who they are, that they know that they're Israelites and stop calling themselves black. When your skin color is different shades of brown, that's not a true nationality. Nobody was calling themselves colors until 1681, man. 1681 in Virginia. So-called white man started calling himself white, simultaneously calling you black, Negroes. All right? Giving you these bywords. Okay? But that knowledge, man, that knowledge that I just brought out, it's too deep for our people, man. Lord ain't coming back to save black people, man. It's just what it is, man. Slugging, let me go back to that. It's acting stupid. Man. Anyways, I'm gonna go to Baruch. Phone wanna act stupid on me. Let's go to Baruch 2. Let's see, let's go Baruch 2 and 29. Alright. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. Right? And that's what happened to our people, man. He scattered us across the four corners of the earth. Alright? For I knew that they would not hear me, because his stiff-necked people are stiff-necked, hard as hell, hard-headed as hell. Alright? But in the land of the captivities, they shall remember themselves. In the land of the captivities, because we still in slavery. That's why I got in Baruch earlier. We were subject to payments. We were a reproach. Okay? But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And this is what happened, all right? We're remembering ourselves. We're not calling ourselves black anymore, man. All right? And shall know that I am Yahweh their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And that's what happened, man. So I'm going to go back to Isaiah 1 and 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left us, a very small remnant, all right, the elect, okay, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah, okay? It coincides to what I'm reading right now in Baruch 2, okay? In the land of our captivities, we are remembering ourselves, okay? We got the name back. We out here on the highways and byways preaching this word, okay? It's a beautiful thing, man, okay? Verse 32, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name, because his name is power, man. All right? Proverbs 18:10. You know, the righteous runneth into that name. You know, the Lord's name is a strong tower. You know, of course, I'm paraphrasing that. The Lord's name is a strong tower, the righteous runneth into it. Okay? The Lord's name has power that connects us to Yahweh Bashem outside, okay? Because, you know, when we read in Sirach, you know, things other than Hebrew have more power, more force than any other tongue, man. The Lashon Kadash, the holy language, man. That's why it's beautiful, you know, when you know prayer in Hebrew, you give it up to Yahweh Bashem outside in Hebrew, you know, it has more force in it. Okay, but you know, I can remember somebody I gave that information to. Man, that was early in my walk too. I gave them that information. You know, one of my friends in the world, they bucked up against that, man. They stiff necked. So again, let me focus that. Okay. Our people is stiff-necked as hell, man. You know? They want to call his name. They want to call the Lord anything but his name, okay? You know, it's even in the law not to utter another God's name. You know? Our people don't know that. That's why they destroy for the lack of knowledge, man. Verse 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the ways of their fathers which sinned before the Lord Yahweh Bashem outside. We remember the ways of our fathers, that the Lord gave the law, statutes, commandments unto us and no other nation, and that we sinned against the Lord. You know, the difference between us and the 2/3, Lord willing, we are the elect. We know that we sinned against our power. Hey, all this hell that I've been catching this whole week, hey, I understand that I sinned against my power, man. The Lord can be righteous in destroying me. He can. Because we sin against our power, man. But the difference between us, we're repenting. We're giving reverence unto the Lord. We're calling upon the Lord. And we're praying that he has mercy upon us, man. You know? How about some outside have mercy upon me, man? Have mercy upon my brothers. Okay? Have mercy upon the elect. You wicked ass niggas that want to be like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Y'all gonna be taken out the way. Lord has no use for you. Actually, I was coming up to camp. I know it's a little side track. Coming up to camp today. And you saw Esau Edom, man. You know, I'm looking at him, man. I'm like, man, his kingdom is through, man. His kingdom is finished. You know, here it is. Y'all supposed to be ruling. Y'all supposed to be reigning. But your own people out here messed up on drugs and all that stuff, man. You know, your kingdom's through. And I thought about the scriptures, man, you know. At least when we get in the kingdom, all of our people's gonna be living good, gonna be living great, okay? But here in his kingdom, his people is in a horrible condition, man. And that's some curses being turned unto them. Actually, I'm gonna go to Let me go to it, because it's beautiful, man. Go ahead and go to it. See, it's Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. And that's clearly what we're seeing right now. You know, that Edomite that I saw, it was strung up on some drugs, had the demons on her, talking to herself. You know, that's some curses being put upon them. It's beautiful. You know, those who have eyes to see it. You know, that's a beautiful thing, man. Once again, our people, man, they can't see it. That's a beautiful thing. They worried about holding hands with everybody. You know, you look at this Black Lives Matter movement, and went from Black Lives Matter to Trans Lives Matter, man. This place is wicked as hell. Matter of fact, since I'm in Proverbs, let's get Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. And that's pretty much what our people has done. Choosing the ways of the oppressor, man. You know, when you choose the way of the oppressor, you don't know what the hell is going on, man. You don't know what's up. You don't know what's down, man. Matter of fact, let's go to verse 3 at the top, okay? My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. And it's the 2/3 of our people doing that. The 2/3 of our people ain't doing that, man. They don't care about it. That's why we read in Baruch 2, you know, the elect is not going to be stiff neck anymore. The elect is going to take heed to the Lord. Let's continue reading that. Baruch 2:33. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the ways of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. Okay? Verse 34, I will bring them again in the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers. All right. Check this, unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Hey, how's it going? And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Okay, that's what we coming into, man. That's what we waiting for. The kingdom of heaven to be ushered in. The kingdom of heaven to be ushered in, man. Where we won't have to worry about our people in such a low condition, calling themselves black, calling themselves Native Americans, calling themselves Puerto Ricans, Latinos, Native Americans, you know. You have a biblical nationality that the Lord gave unto you. And that's an Israelite, you know? That's an Israelite. Okay? It's also another example of us remembering things in threes, okay, that Elder Apostle Gabar brought out. You know, it said Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, if you want to remember something, put it in threes, okay? Put it in threes. We're already programmed to remember that, all right? But this is what we waiting for, the kingdom of heaven. That's our inheritance, for us not to be diminished anymore, for us not to be crying anymore, for us to get them new bodies, okay? Verse 35, I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people, Israel, out of the land that I gave them. It's plain and simple, man. Our inheritance is given unto the heathens, man. Our inheritance is given unto the heathens. But Jake don't want to hear that, man. Jake want to enjoy this wicked ass kingdom. That's what Jake want. He want to enjoy this wicked ass kingdom. You know? He ain't taking in mind that the Lord gave an everlasting covenant to his people. You know, you got our people yelling, you know, hey, we all equal, man. No, the Lord, you're not all equal, man. You're not all equal. Bug in my face. You're not all equal. Once again, our people don't want to hear that. They forget the law of Yahweh Bashim outside. So that's why the Lord got to jack you up in these last days, man. Matter of fact, let's get Proverbs. Pass it up. Proverbs 13:13. Okay? Whosoever despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandments shall be rewarded. And that's part of remembering the ways of Yahweh Bashim outside, the law, statutes, commandments. Lord willing, we get rewarded. But the 2/3, they're going to be rewarded with that thermonuclear fire. Okay? Because they despise this word. They don't understand this word. I had a conversation with my uncle, well, not my uncle, one of my cousins, man. You know, I gotta finish reading his message, but he's bucking up against the truth, man. You know, he's proud as hell to call himself black. And you know, for first glance of the message, I gotta read it all. It just seems like, you know, hey, he has no understanding of his word. You know, he rejects his word. If he doesn't repent, the Lord has a reward for him, man. It's that thermonuclear fire, or whatever the Lord has allotted for this nigga, man, if you don't repent. Okay? Verse 14, the law of the wise is fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. So when you're doing the will of Yahweh Bashim outside, okay, he's gonna have you in a way, you know, in his ways to get you away from the snares of death. But the 2/3 of our people, they're not protected by Yahweh Bashim outside. Given this word, they act like they listen, but they reject it. In their actions, in their heart, they reject it. But if I was pastor, man, on the pulpit, if I was pastor, they would believe every word he said, man. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looks to his going. Paraphrasing that, okay? That could be it, that could be not, but it's paraphrasing. We're supposed to be prudent. That's why we look up our words, okay? That's why we're not going to be proud as hell to be calling ourselves black. We're going to be proud to call ourselves an Israelite. But even in that, you know, we haven't made it. You know, we haven't made it. We want to make it in the kingdom of heaven. You know, that's when we can really be proud. Because just knowing that you're an Israelite does not deem you worthy to making it to the kingdom of heaven. Because I got another homie in the world, and he knows he's an Israelite. I went into it the other day, you know, told him about cutting off his dreads. He still got his dreads, man. And the Lord can destroy you just for having dreads in your hair. Because that's a commandment that you're not supposed to, that's a commandment of not supposed to having dreads in your head. Okay? This is another inheritance for us. This is Isaiah 14:1. Y'all know where I'm going, you know, classic precept. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in the lone land, set them in their own land, and the strangers being the rest of our people, okay, the ones that are waking up, understand that they're Israelites, okay, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. That's part of your inheritance. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, and that's part of your inheritance, man. Part of your inheritance is ruling over your oppressors, okay? Giving them double what they gave unto you, okay? And shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. Hey, I'm looking for that rest, man. I'm looking for that rest. 2/3 is looking for rest here in this kingdom, which this kingdom here is going to pass away. And it shall come to pass in the day
that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Okay? And that's what we waiting for.
Rest from this hard bondage. We done built up this wicked ass kingdom for generations and generations. You know, even when our people had their own, you know, Black Wall Street, Rosewood, and all these other communities, this man Esau Edom comes down and bombs them, destroys them, and then he sets up the civil rights movement and have our people marching and walking with the enemy, you know? Our people destroyed for lack of knowledge, you know? You want to hold hands with the enemy, but here the enemy has been destroying you over and over again, generation to generation, you know? That's why you out there yelling Black Lives Matter. Yeah, you black, you're void of the light, you're void of the truth. You have no understanding. Okay? You're wise to do evil. Okay? You know? That's just it, man. That's just it. You know? But for us, Lord willing, we of the elect, and we'll be able to get rest from this hard bondage, and that's what I want, man. You know, what's keeping me sane in this wicked ass kingdom, all these hardships, you know, pray for me, that I'm dealing with right now. You know, Lord willing, I get that rest. You know, get that rest. That's what I want, that rest. Anyways, I'm gonna close it out right there. Okay. Lord willing, this was edifying. You know, nice, beautiful day to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom. You know, hey, we can't wait for that rest, and I'm tired of seeing my people calling themselves black. All right, we waiting for the kingdom of heaven, so we all of our people can know that they're Israelites. Okay. Anyways, want to give all praises going on to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash. The bonds to apostles and elders at Great Millstone, much respect to you brothers out there. It's preaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect, speckled bird that's coming into this fold. Alright, keep on pushing. Alright. Lord willing, we get the heck up out of here. We of the elect, we get the heck up out of here and get them new bodies and get that rest. Till next time, Lord willing, shalom.